Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm late. What kind of time is this? Hi, everyone. Things to set up. You know how it is. How's everything going? I'm in front of the chat for some reason. Why's the chat moved? Hope you're well. Hope you're looking forward to some Maracaibo. For now, we're looking at a blank screen. And Marty's moved out of the way. Hi, Baitor. Hi, Steve. Hi, everyone else as well. We can just move the chat up, can't we? There we go. Marty, of course, only moves once you have set up his camera. He's in quite a pose today. If I can move him around a little bit. Actually, need to zoom out a little bit. He's having some lovely rolls and squeaks about. There he is. Hi, Matt. Hi, Jimway. Hi, Paul. Editing the Perseverance video. Well, soon you're not going to be needing that copy of Perseverance, are you? Up north need it. Hi, everyone. If I've missed you, hi still. Oh, we can get the table back now, can't we? We don't have to look into that void. So hopefully, things should be looking a little bit clearer. I know I say that every stream, but the thing I thought I'd done last time, I hadn't done. It didn't work. So hopefully it's a little bit clearer if you're watching on a thing that's better than 1080, or even if you're not. It should just be high quality anyway. But I think, yeah, Twitch for some reason doesn't work. Twitch doesn't like that it's higher quality, which is strange because I don't think I can separate that. So I don't know if Twitch will work, which is frustrating. But anyway, you're not here for frustrations and all of that business. Let's get into some Maracaibo, eh? So the new expansion, if you saw the kind of last minute unboxing that we did a couple of weeks ago, the new expansion includes a load of modules, and I'm too high up as well. I don't want that. Yeah, the new expansion comes with a load of new modules. So you can play a brand new campaign. There's a new solo opponent you can play against. There's... Yeah, maybe that's why I was in the way of the chat. Because I was too big or something. There are 2 new cooperative ways of playing. There's a new competitive way of playing as well. And there's also kind of rules for jumbling everything together, I believe. Oh, I know another thing I just wanted to do. Forgive me. I want to find an old picture because I've got a plan for maybe if I edit any of these in future, I've got a little thing that maybe will make things a little bit easier for me. We have been, for reasons, I've been digging through all of my old things. Usually it's for shirts. I remember that guy. We can turn him off for now. Paul's doing all of the board games at once, isn't he? He's writing one ultimate rulebook that will encompass every board game, I think. And that's going to be his magnum opus. If I just do that, because I'm thinking, right? Yeah, we can have like a tangent button, and when I talk just in the middle of the game for ages, I can put the tangent thing on, and then when I'm editing, I just have to look for that. I don't know if that'll work out. It's an idea I had a minute ago. That's why I haven't done it yet. So yes, we are playing today the new solo opponent, but can be used in various ways. You know, there's a new campaign you could play it with. I am going to be playing the first new cooperative mode. So Cooperation in the Caribbean it's called, and there is another harder cooperative mode as well that you can play. But maybe that'll be for the future. You need to... Yeah, if you go off there a little bit, you're a little bit more out of the way. So, trusty big rulebooks. Oh, it's looking good in 1440. Cool. I'm glad. Hopefully, like, everything's clearer, and especially like when we zoom in on various things, things should not look perfect because it's a camera far away zooming in on an entire table. But as clear as we can get it. That's always the aim, isn't it? So yes, there are loads of new things included in this rulebook, and they each use a different combination of modules. So here are the various scenarios, whether you play in the campaign, the new competitive mode. All inclusive is a way of playing the standard game, but randomizing the legacy tiles. So without having to play through the actual campaign of the game, giving you a different setup every time. And then there's Cooperative in the Caribbean, which we're going to be playing today. And The Rescue, the very difficult cooperative thing. So for each of those, it tells you which modules you're going to be using and how they are going to be incorporated into the game. So we'll look at that first, and then we'll snap to it. Do you think, is it too dark, too bright? In which way is the white balance off? We are playing with the new solo bot. I'm not questioning it. I just want to know which way to change it. Because I can. I do have to stand up, though, to do it. But yeah. Do they look pale, or do they look very orange? Right, so yes. It looks a bit cloudy. I'm kind of like... So it's a little bit... Hang on. I need to get up. No one needs to see my belly. So, I can change that. Bear with me, I am here. I realise I have to... I'm trying to navigate the menu, but also not look like I've just gone missing. Is that better? Is that better? I've upped it. Hopefully you could still hear me. Do it look a bit nicer now? I say, like, I need to sort out the color on my big monitor. But things are, if you see my posts, we're rearranging this room. There's going to be an actual table in here rather than this wobbly IKEA desk. And yeah, I'll have a proper monitor in front of me that will have the same colors in them, because I have to kind of do an average between what the two monitors look like. This one looks really pale, and that one looks really red. So I'm not sure which one. Yeah, loads of the stuff I've been doing has been on the camera. Does that look all right now? I can make it like bigger for me to look at as well. But I'm not sure, because I should probably get it on a phone. Like, your phone screen's pretty good, isn't it? Like, that wouldn't need changing. Like, yeah, it looks a bit red on the screen that makes everything look a bit red. I think it looks okay on there. Let us know. Yeah, you might just get used to it and think that I've changed it right. But if that looks any different, let us change it. But if you... It looks quite blue and green to me. But as I say, like, you never know what settings everyone's got, do you? And what screens. I'll have to do some testing on, like, a phone or a tablet and stuff, because you don't change the colours on them, do you? They've just got their kind of default stuff. Looks better? Brilliant. Thank you, Brasky. So yes, I'll stick with that then, because yeah, I keep going on about it in streams. I've been going through the manual and stuff for this camera, changing things I don't know what I'm doing with, and then resetting them when I've made it worse. But hopefully, like, because you can change loads of things in the streaming software, but from what I've been reading, and it's logical, that try and change things in the camera first, because the camera is actually putting in, like, getting it all together. So if the camera changes the image itself, it hasn't lost anything. Whereas if OBS is trying to do it, it's like it's losing some information. It's not very good. It's taking in a thing that is a bit on the red and orange side now. Have I white balanced it too far the other way? Let us know. I can change it. Maybe I've put it up. I've only put it up 2 steps. But as long as it's good enough and visible enough, we'll be alright, won't we? Right, and I will press that. Yeah, I had loads of stuff with Streamlabs and LUTs and stuff. But a lot of the stuff got a lot clearer when I messed about with all the picture profiles of the camera, which I didn't know it had, because Yeah, I don't know what picture profiles are. So I'll tell you that for Cooperative in the Caribbean, we are going to be using, I don't know if this is visible, but we're going to be using the modules Home Ports, Jacques, Freeing the Caribbean, and Resistance Tile. So Home Ports are a new thing on your player board. Everybody has the choice of 3 home ports that are going to give you different abilities, maybe a different action available, different bonuses for doing a particular thing. We haven't chosen ours yet. It's going to be chosen with your cards and your goal card at the start of the game. But I have got it. I've got them down here. So one new thing as well is that this is a new player board for this expansion, and it is you have to do a little bit of DIY, but it is all dual layer boards. So depending on whether you are playing particular modules or the base game itself, these bits all flip around to get you what you need. And your discs sit in little divots. Your combat cube has got its own little section as well. So that's one thing. We're going to be having our own home port, and it's going to give us a special ability. We'll choose that with the cards and everything. I think. What's that? Oh, that's a little gap in the green screen, isn't it? Yeah, hopefully. I don't think there's enough room in this room to have a really lovely green screen. Because it would be nice to have one that's fixed and not kind of attached to a chair I swing about in all the time. So that is the home tiles. Jacques is the new solo opponent. So rather than being a presence on the board, as far as I can tell, Jacques is just some cards. And depending on the card that you draw, depending on the number of the card that you've drawn, it will change the ability that Jacques is doing. And basically puts discs out onto the board, fills up spaces in markets, goes over the explore track, takes quests away without actually having to be out on the board with you. Has a range of numbers that he will take a thing away from and will end the round from under you. Then we have... I should tell you in the order that it told you, because depending on what module you play, and if you learn the things out of order, it gets weird. We've got the Freeing the Caribbean module. So this is always with the resistance tile. Our combat actions have changed because we are no longer fighting for these various countries that are coming into this area and using it for their games. We are Uprising. We are taking the Caribbean back. We are trying to liberate these cities and villages. So we've got a load of cubes out on the board based on the number of players that we had and based on this scenario. So the combat city action, you choose a nation to fight against rather than for. Reveal a combat token and choose the nation you want to fight against. The combat value is indicated for that nation, but any bonuses for most or fewest ownership markers are ignored now. Then you can do liberation actions, is now what we've got on our player board. So for 5 combat points, you can remove an ownership marker from a city or village and place it onto one of the spaces on your resistance tile, if you can. Receive the corresponding reward. If you liberated a city, you also get the bonus. So the bonus on the hex, just like if you were doing it the opposite way around in the normal game. If you have unlocked the upgrade, then once per turn during combat, you can also liberate a city or village, as before, by paying 3 or 2 points. This allows you during a single combat to potentially liberate 2 cities and a village, or 2 villages and a city, in one great big go. So in this module, there is no scoring for influence and the various nations and stuff. Instead of gaining influence, you get 2 points a time instead. And so, yeah, when you explore across the red barrier and stuff, you don't get influence with the various nations anymore. You instead get 6 points for going across there. Yeah, there's no nation during final scoring, all of that good stuff. Any effects that would place ownership markers in spaces around the Caribbean are ignored. So things like letting you conquer villages and conquest cards are ignored. Any effects that let you move influence markers around, all irrelevant now. For this, when you're playing with this module in particular. And any additional combat actions on project cards or home ports can be used when fighting against nations. So you're just fighting against people rather than for them now, using similar things. And there's a couple of specific ones for particular cards. Hey Loki, I have to say hi on behalf of Marty. I'll show you. I don't know if this will be considered a tangent. I'm not considering it a tangent. This is part of playthroughs, right? So instead of doubloons in this, if we have a thingy zoom in for this, we've got official from he might have been absent from streams, but Marty has been making us official Marty books for use in most games from now on. And yeah, we've got some for us to just play games normally downstairs with. I'm looking forward to it. We've only just made them. They're like one of a kind. So yes, Jacques does his thing. We liberate villages. Oh yes, the resistance tile is the last thing. So the resistance tile on your shipboard, some stuff that was present on your normal shipboard. So this with that gave you the compass and the 2 money for unlocking it, that has changed. I believe a couple of the things from the original Maracaibo player board have been tweaked. I'm not sure exactly what, but I was looking through the forum threads on Board Game Geek of people asking Alexander, is this intended as a replacement for the original ones? It's like, you can play the base game with this one, and there's a couple of things tweaked on it. But you can just use your old one if you want. Like, things flip over so that everything is viable for the base game. So the resistance tile is over here. You make sure you've got this when you're playing with resistance, and make sure you don't lose your discs that you've put in there. There we go. I should put them to the side. So when you liberate a location, it did mention this in the liberate action, didn't it? You can take the removed ownership marker, instead of removing it from the game, you can put it on one of these spaces and gain the reward indicated. We're not playing with Uprising. We haven't got Legacy Tile 40 in there. But when we do combat from Freeing the Caribbean that we just looked at, you can only put an ownership marker on a space if none of the spaces next to it are occupied by the same nation. So it's got the not equals in between everyone. The 2 outer spaces are next to one other space. The 2 inner spaces are next to 2 other spaces. Yeah, makes sense. As soon as you have filled them all, immediately remove them from the game. Take 3 doubloons and a point per combat token. You can place ownership markers on your resistance tile even if you haven't unlocked this village action yet. If you can't place an ownership marker, remove it from the game instead. You receive no reward. When we unlock this ship upgrade, you immediately get 4 money and you have a new village action. Reduce the combat value by 3 to remove an ownership marker from the village you're currently at. You can't do this at the city. And there's a couple of interactions from things in the base game. There's a load of new symbols. There's a load of new cards that are mixed in. It did tell us, I don't know if this is clear enough, but there is a setup card that says, include these cards in here, and then we draw a few cards at the start of the game, and they determine 3 legacy tiles that are going to be out, which when you play in the all-inclusive mode, it does a similar thing as well. So you can see on the map here, we have a few extra things. So I believe this is just out anyway. Puerto Cabezas. That's just going to be out when you play in this scenario. But we also have this one here. So when you're at location 15, you may spend a combat point to get 2 victory points. At location 13 here, you can, if you haven't already got one of your discs out here, you can put it out, and instead of carrying on the normal way you have to go, you can go from location 13 to location 2. You can only do this once per game. Things are not removed from this at the end of the round. In a similar vein, over here, when you finish the round and go on to action 21A, once per game you have the opportunity of getting a village action just before. But yeah, they are not removed either. I just realised, yeah, I can turn that other mic off because Rach isn't here. Hopefully things will sound a little bit nicer. So I think that is all of the new stuff. Other than that, it's Maracaibo. I don't think, looking at the display anyway, I don't think we've got any new cards just yet. There is, though. There's 1 new monument that might come out, and there is 1 new Admiral card that I'm sure Paul is pretty giddy about. I don't know. I think it had a different coloured flag, though. I don't think it's in this game. I think we should see it, even if it hasn't been one of the ones that have been shuffled in. There it is. It's got a different coloured flag. Go check that out. Fellowship, all of these goals and stuff, but gaming rules. That's included in Uprising, and there's also like a Flying Dutchman thing. I'm not quite sure what that does yet. I'm sure it'll be included in something. There's treasure maps and things for some of the modules, but for now, our goal is to liberate the locations on the board. Oh, I should get into that, shouldn't I? We've seen how the various modules all work. But so we're going to take turns in clockwise order. Use the rules for all of the modules that I've just said. All players win if, after the 4th round, all ownership markers have been removed from all locations and all players have more victory points than Jacques. Hopefully, we're going to be able to do that. So he's going to go after me, play Maracaibo as usual. When everyone's taken a turn, reveal the top card in the ultimate pile and resolve its effect. It's got a typo, Paul. Oh dear. They haven't left off the exclamation mark, have they? Is there? Number of combat tokens. Number of resistance. Flip card. Well, I'm not seeing it. But hey, I'm not that's why I'm not a rulebook author. Because it probably is there and I can't see it. So, for the setup then. I am the first player, so I've got 8 doubloons, and we need to pick from our stuff. So should we have a look at the cities that I can choose from? Get my little player aid. There's a great player aid on Board Game Geek. The Action Andy Maracaibo thing has been updated to include all of this new stuff. It's great. So when we have a combat action with France, you have a new available combat action. You can gain £4 and an influence with that nation. Well, so that's £4 and 2 points. Yeah, so it's when you fight. So if I fought against France, I could spend 2 extra combat things to get 4 money and 2 points. That's not too bad. Oh, the Twitch is live, but yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the Twitch. Like, it's on for me. Like, the Twitch is just saying it's flashing between online and offline for me. I'm not sure what's going on with it. I wonder if I was saying this earlier that like I've upped the bit rate and we're streaming in higher quality on YouTube, and that seems to have made the Twitch not work. So I don't know if Twitch just doesn't support better quality than the low bit rate that it used to be. Is it looking significantly different to anyone watching on YouTube? I'd be interested to know. We'll have a look afterwards at the video and stuff. So yeah, I could have that extra thing. I could, that's the wrong way around. I could have a bonus action. Is that me paying for some extra money? Oh yeah, so you have to unlock it, like anything. And you can pay 4 money when you unlock it to get 10 points. So this would be, you get an extra village action, right? Whenever you're doing village actions. Yeah, whenever you choose to do village actions, you get an extra one. Oh, thanks for letting me know, though. Yeah, I'm not sure how to fix it. Like it was like this on Sunday's stream as well. When I tried to up it a bit, it seems strange. I'll have to look into Twitch a bit more because, like, don't video gamers stream in high resolutions and stuff? Like, surely it should work on Twitch out of anything. But I'll have to check in because it's not like I'm streaming at 4K or anything crazy. It's just higher quality. It seems weird that Twitch just collapses under the weight of all of the bits. So the last choice, you can split movement between both explorers and claim rewards. So do I get... Oh, I get a little explorer as well as a big explorer. Immediately place an assistant on the explorer track. The older explorer must always be ahead, but you can split movement between both of them and get both rewards on the explore track. Now, Jacques does have a meeple on the explore track and will be competing for that. So that is something to think about. It is combat. Yeah, the main thing that I want to do. I like that, though. I still have to unlock it, don't I? I think out of all of them, yeah, that's piqued my interest for sure. So I'll pop that in there. That's something that I can unlock now. And we should have a look as well at to make sure everything goes together. Let's have a look at our starting goals here. So we can do adventure or glory, influence in 2 nations. we can't get that, can we? What about all of the golds that talk about influence? Do you just you just can't claim those things, I guess? All projects that involve the combat action. Yeah, I know how to remove things. What about yeah, we talk about project cards, but it never mentions. I guess you just get those. You just don't get those points, and you can't flip the card and become an admiral, I guess. So yes, we can do number of combat tokens and number of quests, or number of ship upgrades and number of quests. I would like a load of ship upgrades, but are any of these cards going to help me? We have Harbour. Again, another one because I've just drawn a million of the same cards. Mary Read, expensive. Pioneer, let us move extra explore steps. That could be quite helpful. The Explorer, an extra action here. How do we with the cooperative mode, Paul? Like, I know that we get points instead of influence, but what about when your goals require you to have influence? Can you just not flip the card then because you've got all of that stuff? We've got ourselves 2 harbors. Explore, an extra explore action there. That could go with the Pioneer well. I do need to do combat though, don't I? I need to expel them from the various places that they're in there. Oh, should I take... Have I missed that bit? Should I have taken them out? Got Master Builder there. And makes all of your cards cost less. Another Harbour. Who shuffled these? And then Sailor gets a combat point before combat. Okay. Yeah, I've probably missed that. Then we'll have... Do you involve that? You don't involve that. Use the gaming rules one. What's wrong with your one then, Paul? It's not a typo. There we go. We are Fellowship. And I keep turning the wrong way in this chair, don't I? We are Fellowship. So we want number of quests, number of combat tokens, number of assistants out. So Sailor and Explorer are going to help with that. Harbour and stuff aren't really going to help, but we don't have to keep those. It's the beauty of it all, because we need to get one in the planning, don't we? Yeah, keep 4. 1 goes in the planning stage. Yeah. Paul, you need to start spelling your channel and your videos like Slade spelled their singles. So a Master Builder is kind of cheap. I never get the Master Builder out. I think Sailor having all of the extra combat points could help. Explorer steps increased by 1 though when I want that split movement thing. No, we'll put the Sailor up in the planning space. So I can't use this card for anything else. I'm basically committing to I will at some point pay for the Sailor. So I can only keep 3 cards, and I might want to keep things with products that I can deliver, with items that I can use to complete quests. So what have we got coming up? Santiago wants tobacco. That I do have on a card. Puerto Plaza, though, would let you move a couple of spaces in Explore kind of early, if you can deliver some sweet corn. So I think I'll keep one of those cards. Maracaibo, I probably want to do combat actions, so I'll probably want to keep turnips. Yeah, there we go. So we should have 3 cards. I'll get rid of the Master Builder. So, they're my discards. That's what we're deciding. Oh, each of the 3 sections has a top part and a bottom. The top part should be coins and points, not just points. Oh, okay. Oh, does it say differently on... Ah, it does, I see. Yeah. I get you now. Yeah, all of the other ones is coins, then coins and points, but... I get what you mean. You think Master Builder? I can change my mind. Do you think it's going to be a waste going for all of these Explorer things? It does get me assistants out, though. I never end up doing the Master Builder. I could have him as a sweet chord instead of the Explorer. But I do want to get assistants out, don't I? I suppose as a first card, Master Builder would be a lot more useful, but it means I probably wouldn't get the Sailor out, would I? I could try and earn some money. Let's get rid of the Harbour. We could probably get another card by then. I don't know if I'll end up doing it, but I'll keep the Master Builder around for you. Right. So I think we're ready, aren't we? I'm the first player, so I need to move my 1 to 7 spaces. And we're in Havana, not Santiago. So I was just going to go to Puerto Plaza. Handed a sweet corn there. Get 2 points on the Explore track. But 2 points on the Explore track isn't too exciting. I could move less, but then what's the point of going and doing it? I could get 3 money, but you'd want the 2 points. I do need to score more points than him by the end of the game. Then, yeah, if I decide I'll ignore Master Builder, then I'll end up... that'll be my main focus. I could, of course, just get some more assistance and a village action early on. And do your village actions... Did your village actions used to be on your player board? And now they're not. I know we've got this player aid that lists the 3 on there. But your standard ones used to be on the board as well, didn't they? Did they? Regardless. So I could just get a bit more money or get a card out. Yeah. I didn't keep any tobacco though. Could I have? Didn't I have a card that had tobacco on? Are we doing a nice early take back? Yeah, we'll keep Mary Read then. Forget the exploring for now. Right, yes. I'm going to drop all of the cards. And I'm going to go to... Yeah, like, I don't know if I'd get multiple ones. Yeah, that's it. Like, does hi, Peter, by the way. Does Jacques rush the game as much as Jean did? Maybe it's supposed to be Jean. I'm just imagining a nice a nice daughter and grandma called Jean, but it could very well be Jean. Right, yes, we're going to Santiago. Mary Read is going to help us out. We are going to put the tobacco in, deliver a disc. So if we want cubes out of the way, we could start working on this action from Uprising to get better actions with combat. Just getting a village action that we can get more combat could be nice as well. I just feel like you should do your city thing, right? Your home city, your brand new thing. Can't do these for ages. Having a bigger hand is nice to have more options. That's what I usually go for. Or picking cards from the display is free instead of having to pay one. I think, yeah, I'll give myself some options. Right, so that can go out onto Santiago. Yeah, I probably do slow myself down going here. But I do need to get assistance out over the course of the game. So I'd like to have a couple more, although I can get them from Liberating as well now. So we can now see what Jacques is going to do. And he might have to get out of the way at some point. So in this, he puts a disc out, basically. He covers up. Usually it's things that have been removed from the game, but none have been removed from the game, so it says use something else. Which, like, I'll just use one of his discs, I guess. So he is blocking off the delivery at location 4. So that probably changes my mind about Puerto Plata. You can still do the action there, but maybe that's not worth it. And like, that's all he does, isn't it? Does all of that, resolve all of his effects. Yep, I've done all of that. It's the first card to resolve the first area. And there's exceptions for the last rounds. That's all he does. He's not like moving like Jean did. So it's back to me. And I probably want to move a bit now. Because, yeah, we've only got 7 or so turns. So, I needed to draw back up, didn't I? I would not pay for a card, so it would just be the one off the deck. which is going to be patron. Gain an influence in any one nation. So that would just be gain 2 points instead. Because we're not gaining any influence. So I would like to get the sailor out. It would be nice to have some village actions. I'm not going to be... Yeah, I'm not going to be putting out the Explorer card anymore. But I would like to do Maracaibo. So... How many spaces away is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 9 away, so I can't move there anyway now. Not that I would. But I could do a fair few village actions if I don't particularly mind about what I've got. I could get some cards out and discard them all and get some money back up. That could be something to do. Now that I don't particularly care about Puerto Plaza, I don't have 2 identical goods to give up here for 5 money. So I think we'll move on and try and get ready for Maracaibo. Because if we can get the Pioneer out first, that's going to help us with that first combat. So I think I'm just going to move a load of spaces and get ready to play the Pioneer. Well, I'm going to play the Pioneer now. So I've moved enough spaces to get 3 village actions. So my village actions, buy a card, or get a money, or discard all your cards for 2 money. I'm going to get this Pioneer out. So the Pioneer... So, yeah, it doesn't count as an assistant, does he? It just costs an assistant. Costs me an assistant. And 7 of my cash. And it's going to be worth a couple of points. Oh, he does Explorer steps, though. Where's the... Oh, I want to do the Sailor, don't I? Not the Pioneer. Yeah, Sailor. I was like, why did I want that guy out? Yeah, get me a combat point before combat. And 2 income. And if I get a Sailor token, 2 more income than that. I think that's a good one. Then these cards, I don't necessarily want to discard my hand because I like having the Pioneer here, but it is some extra money. Because the Pioneer has got the good that I need to deliver to Maracaibo, which will be quite nice. Because paying 1 to make sure I get that good back probably isn't worth it. I can't afford another card. I think I'm just going to gain a money twice with my other village actions. So, Jacques... Oh, we don't even need to move, do we? Jacques' second card. Oh, enjoy being distracted, Paul. Work doesn't need to be done, right? Thanks for popping in. So, his second card. He is going to put a disc in location 5, which doesn't bother me. So, just stopping me from delivering to these places. On my turn... I am going to be going to Maracaibo and taking the city action there. So I can deliver the required goods. I am going to take my disc out of here so I can take cards for free from the display. And that's going to go on Maracaibo. And then we're going to do some combat. So that card just goes away into the discard. And what do we need to do? We need to reveal... the combat token. So we don't bother with most or least anymore, right? We're just looking at who we're fighting against and the combat value we'll have from here. So the way that this is set up when you're solo, if it was just 2 players, we'd kind of have an even distribution of France here, then Spain, then England. But for the solo setup, locations 9 to 16 have their cubes removed. So there's a lot of France to do. We would have to pay to get rid of France's, though. That's the only Spain one. You do need 5 combat points to get them out of a village location. And only 3 to get them out of a... Oh, no, it's 5 to get them out of a city and 3 from a village. I just haven't got the one that would kind of use the spare points. So if I paid 2, I could have 6 points against France. I could have 4 against Spain, or I could have 2 points against England and 2 victory points for that. That could be quite nice. Spain's on 13. Oh, Spain shouldn't be on 13, thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it just said 9 to 16. Yeah. A cube in every location apart from 9 to 16, which should be empty. That's me missing out the 13, leaping out of order. Yeah. So 2 points against England isn't bad, is it? And I can use my I could use my free combat point to pay for that little deficit. That seems quite good to me. So before combat, I gain a combat point thanks to the sailor. I think I'll choose to fight against England and earn myself 2 points for taking the really low offer. And then I need 3 combat tokens to take one of their ownerships out of a village. So yeah, I'll fight them in a village, and so I can put my cube out here, right? Because this doesn't, you don't have to have unlocked this ability before you can put your resistance cubes out. So get another disc out, get 3 money, get an assistant, get a point. Now, this might affect me being able to fight things in the future. It just need to not be England right next to it. But I think 3 money is going to be nice for trying to get things out. Yeah, so we're back up to 6, which isn't too bad, is it? And then, yeah, we've done that. We've done the combat points. We don't get any. We remove a cube. Just make sure I've done all of the bits. Liberating a thing. Put your cube on. Yes, I've done that right. Freeing the thing. Ownership. 20 spaces on your resistance tile. Receive the reward. We didn't liberate a city, so we don't get the extra things. And I think we're all square there. We are missing a card. So, is there a particular thing we want coming up? We want telescopes for this quest. And I do have I have 2 telescopes, actually. Coming up, if I deliver to places, 3 money for every assistant, is that? It's not that exciting. We want telescopes later as well, if we want to try and do that quest. Yeah, I think let's draw something with a telescope in it. Or if there's anything with a particular ability we want, another sailor. Get another combat point before combat. Be able to get rid of 2 cubes in one go. And just... I suppose you can't really do combat then once all of the cubes are gone. So you can't go too much into it. We could actually get this card out because France does own 3 locations at the moment. Later on they won't. We hope, if we do well in this. I don't have to commit to it, so I can take from the display for free now rather than having to pay the... Oh dear. So Expedition will just cost a couple of explorers. For a load of income, though. Huge points income there. So we need Jacques' 3rd card, don't we? Which is going to be... So for 3, it is... Jacques moves a space on the expedition track. If he can reach a quest, he takes it. Just the 1 space. Okay, there he goes. He's onto the 3 money section. You see that? Yeah. Thought I'd set the angle wrong there. I do like that his turns are... pretty simple, really. Then, for me, I'm in Maracaibo. I don't think I particularly want that city action. That's like money, right? For... Oh, pay money to do one of your assistant's actions. I don't have any assistants. Pay a combat point to get 2 points is alright. And I would get some village actions out of that. I would only be moving 3 spaces, though. Which is one village action. So there's no point in that. Have I... I've got a sweet corn. So let's go and do this quest, right? That seems alright. 2, 3, 4, 5. We can move 5 spaces. And having quests is nice. Who doesn't want to have some quests? Yeah, let's go up here. So I can... extra discs at 13. Oh, like taking extra discs. Oh, actually, yeah. If we can afford to dawdle a little bit, we don't have to use this. We could, potentially, depending on how slow Jacques is going to be, we could just do another loop around the board. But I'm not going to do that yet. We only get 1 chance to do that in the entire game. But yeah, Port Royal, it's a combat point. It's an extra disc off. It's an extra ability unlocked in one big go. I think you're right, Matt. Master Builder. And can we get a corn? We can't get a corn back, though. Maybe we don't go to Puerto Cabezas, then. Cabezas. Yeah. Master Builder, I'm afraid, has gone for a greater purpose. Which ability do I want to unlock, then? Better combat actions. Another village action where I can do combat as a village action. But it's spending combat points that I don't necessarily earn. A village action that can get you combat points. Might be good with what I'm going for. I think... I don't want just straight up points. I don't want to spend all of my money on 10 points when I unlock that. And I'm not really exploring just yet anyway. I think... Because I'm delivering here. Yeah, delivering with that. And then I gain a combat point. You can see it, can't you? And another disc is coming off. So, I just think hand size. I suppose it would... It's... You know what? I'm just gonna defer to you, Matt. I'm not gonna make any more decisions. No, you're right though, because I'm hoping to get another corn. If I get another corn next turn, I'm going here and doing this quest. Otherwise, I'll just wait and do this one. So if I can't deliver as well, I might as well try and end the round sooner, right? But yeah, if we're taking 2 off, I think hand size. But yeah, like getting more actions for less movement is always great as well. But yeah, it depends as well who you're playing against. But yeah, when Rach and I play, we are quite kind of ponderous, kind of laid back players, and the rounds take, I'd say, at least maybe not twice as many turns, but we get a lot more turns than I ever get in solo. But the solo does rush you about. So we're going there. I've had the city action, which was take discs off, so we don't need to see anything else. We can see Jacques' 4th card. I've got a little die counting which one it is for me to look at. It is just move space on the expedition track. If he can take a quest, he takes that quest. Just pop him a long one again. Then, that's it, isn't it? I'm just like always surprised how quick. Not that Gene was particularly slow, just that he's very quick turns for him, isn't it? Oh, I didn't draw my cards. So would we just go random? I don't think there's anything I'm particularly desperate for here. So Explorer is nice because I want assistance out for my overall goal. But I think I'm just going to take... So my hand size is 6 now. I'm going to take the Explorer and 3 randoms. So what have we got down here? Get rid of my gold card for now. We have not found ourselves a corn. Oh well. Which means we'll go do the other quest then, I guess. We have got another sailor. So we can just get tons and tons of combat points before we do combat, which we can then spend for other things. Shipbuilder. Get some people out, give you a nice thing, and 2 village actions in Caracas. 2 influence in England is just a couple of points, but just give you some points income. And we need something new in the display. I don't know if that changes my mind as to what I wanted to do. So if I go and do that quest, 1, 2, 3 spaces, that's only going to get me 1 village action. But it gets me that quest as well. And the village action could be... Well, I don't necessarily want to put a card out because we get to do that for free at the end, don't we? I might just get rid of my whole hand and get 2 money so I've got the potential to make something really nice. And if there is something I particularly want to build, then I could put it in my preservation area. Marty, turn around and face the camera. Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to loop around again. I'm going to go to location 19. And there's a quest here. Can I give up 2 telescopes? I think I want to keep hold of the sailors. Maybe I'll keep a sailor and an explorer. Yeah, I'm going to give up the patron and one of my sailors, and then I complete this quest. Who? I think I've said. Right? I think I've listened. Oh, you can see the chat underneath the recent patrons box. That's not good, is it? Bite or no, I haven't played through all of the forts yet. I have played through only the ones that have been on stream, so the first 5 so far. But we will have one coming up in a week or two. I think I've been listening though, haven't I? Oh, the cat. I see what you mean. There, as much as cats would. Well, there you go. He's turned to face you a little bit. He's done it halfway. He's a lot more receptive when he's in glass form. So I've done that quest. I get combat points equal to my compasses, which is only 1, right? So I gain a solitary combat point, and then I get the quests down here. So the quests for their types. What did we want quest types for? I kind of forgot. Like, my recent ones have all been in the app. I don't know if it's mattered in there, has it? I'll let someone let me know. But there we go. We've got a swords quest done, if that matters. Oh, it had another reward on it, didn't it? And we can do combat. So actually, this is absolutely worth it. I'll never doubt myself again. So the combat we have, ignore the top bit. We can do combat against France with 4 points. We can earn 2 points and do a combat of 2 against Spain. Or we can have a point and do a combat of 3 against England. Well, France has got the most out. It's unfortunate we can't quite get 8 combat points, because then we could do both things. But we could do 1 and still have quite a few things left over. I'm always tempted to... Spain is the only thing that's on a village. It is taking our only Spain option out, but I'm always tempted to get more cash early on. So I think I'm going to go for Spain. I gain a combat point before we do combat, because of the sailor. And so the 2 from there, plus the 1... will take Spain out of this village here, but it is their only presence on the map. And I can place them somewhere. Getting a disc off seems the best thing. But then Spain can't go there again. But I could have France, England, something like that. But kind of colour-wise, it would be better, wouldn't it, to go there, I think. And then you could have England or France there. And France would have to be there. Yeah. We'll gain an assistance. Because I can keep doing this, right? As soon as it's full, they all clear off. And yeah, I can have the point next time. So we've done some more combat. It's all been lovely. And yeah. I think... Oh, I haven't done my village action either. So, as a village action... Oh, I want to earn my money, don't I? Oh, would you like a... Tangent time. Do you like the Marty books? Oh, I'm glad, because I love the Marty books. I can show you as well. We're going to change a couple of them. But here's the... It takes you through the whole gamut, the whole history of Martys. So this is the very first Marty that was ever drawn. And if you are... I think there is still a couple somewhere, but the very first Kickstarter we ever did, there were like badges with that Marty on them. Then next year it was Sheriff Marty. And then the year after that was the beginning of Space Marty, although he didn't have the groovy, colourful background we've got now. And then for the 5th anniversary last year, Rach did Posh Marty, Gambler Marty, Bond Marty, and that's what we've got so far. We have got... I'm going to change this. I wasn't happy with it when it came out in the end. The 100... is actual glass Marty. I don't like the background. It was supposed to be a starry background, and it's kind of come out purple instead of black, and you can't really see the stars. So I think I'm going to change that. And the other one, this was a special, like, high-level backer thing. Steve, have you got one of these? For the second Kickstarter, when it was all Sheriff Marty. You could get a Sheriff Marty. You could be like a Marty's deputy at a certain level, and there were these great big deputy badges that you could get, and that was the design I did for that. The only problem is the stickers are like just things I've printed off and we've done it ourselves, and so they're a little bit... You can see it's a little bit off center there, But that's the 1,000. I am sticking with that because I don't think I can do it a better way. But I think I'm going to change the 100. But yeah, I'm really pleased with them. And the 5 kind of looks like -5 because Sheriff Marty's got like his neckerchief has got like a red and a white bit, so it kind of looks like -5, which I might have changed if I'd thought of that before we printed them out. But now I kind of think, oh, I'm not bothered. But yeah, I'm so chuffed with them. I'm glad you like them because look at this stuff. We're gonna have one downstairs for whenever we play games normally now. Like, yeah, it's been a whole roller coaster of getting a game that had paper money and thinking I'd like to have poker chips again, and then just a barrage of ideas and things that have led to Rach. I can't remember, but Rach assures me it was her idea to print off my own stickers for him. So there we go. Tangent over. Sheriff Marty's disappeared. We'll return to the game now. So yes, I've gained some more money. And I've only got 4 cards now. I've done my village action. And yes, I need 2 more cards. It got the badge, Steve. I've got like a couple of each of these things through the various bits. I've got a couple of those original things in a bag. I've got maybe just one of the deputy badges. And I don't know if I've got any of the like normal Sheriff Marty ones. Which one do you think should be flipped? Do you mean the what's it? The sheriff badge? Oh yeah, because then there's a load of space on this side, isn't there? I see what you mean. Because yeah, I had a kind of brain glitch halfway through printing them, and although I did have exactly enough stickers, well, I had actually like 200 more stickers than I needed, and for some reason I suddenly thought there was a million more chips that I needed to print off, and so I actually ended up having to buy an extra pack because I wasted loads. So yeah, I've got loads of stickers now to reprint some. I thought like if shipping wasn't so horrible and expensive, then wouldn't these be a great thing to like, even if it was just like a set of one of each ones, like a set of these to like play with is so heavy and like to get sent anywhere. And they took a while to make, but yeah, I'm glad you like them because I'm pretty giddy about them. And Rachel's looking forward to playing a game just so that we can use these things. But that's a good idea, thanks. Yeah, if I flip that image, at least a bit won't be cut off, will it? Or I could maybe offset it to the left a little bit more, because the labels do like offset by like a fraction of a millimeter each row and column, even though I've done those the wrong way around. So yeah, it's none of them they're all slightly different as they go through. Maracaibo, we haven't had a chat about other things. So we have in the display some expensive things. So I need 2 cards coming up. Goods for Santiago and stuff I could think about. There aren't any quests coming right at the beginning. A new quest is coming in space 15, which is a ways off, isn't it? Two points per assistant. No, not great. Ownership rewards, more things. Place without reward and ownership marker in a free village. Well, we don't really care about having things out, so I don't know if that's any good. I think I'll just draw from the deck and see what we come up with. So we've got missionary and council. Things that might be nice. We'll have a look. What do you think of the Sheriff Marty alert? The conversation's gone astray. Hi, Rach.
Hi.
You come for a drink?
Your cold drink.
Thank you. People like the Marty books, Rach.
Good.
Rach did all the Marty books with me. Oh, I've turned him off, and actually, oh, like it's just a sticker sheet. Yeah, I could offer something like that. Yeah, when I've finished messing about and tweaking them, because they've got like generic backgrounds generally. But yeah, that could be something we'd do. If you're into having some Marty books for yourself, Like, it's a shame now for like the games that I've got and the games that will be arriving that have got all like fancy metal coins and things. Like, well, they're very nice, but they're not Marty books, are they? If when was it like Draw Lab that do the legendary metal coins and stuff on Kickstarters? Get in touch. Let's do a Marty set. I don't think there's going to be like enough demand to warrant things being made for them. Because I did want that for one of the Kickstarters. I thought like it'd be great if we could just get a Marty coin, like one of those challenge coins or something, or just like a poker chip made. Looked into it, really expensive, so I didn't do that. But yeah, it would be cool to do one day. Right, so that's my turn, isn't it? A load of stuff happened, and it's time for Jacques, his 5th turn. So number 5, he is putting a good in location 17. I've already gone past it, mate. Don't worry about it. And then he is... Oh, it's me, isn't it? So you can kind of see me. Not quite high enough, are we? So, location 20 I'm heading over to. And we can either do some exploring or some combat. I'm quite combat heavy, aren't I? We do want a load of combat tokens, we want a load of quests, we want a load of assistance. For two explore, I would get 2 points. So I'm not as excited yet anyway. I feel like I'm just going to go for some combat and maybe we can get some money and things out of it. Just think about that. Just go for some combat. The combat thing that we're getting is going to be, ignore the top, 4 against France. Spain aren't out there, so picking that will just get us the points right and not do anything else. Or England, we can earn a coin for 3, which they are on a village. We could have that. Just against France, we earn 1 at the start of combat, don't we? Against France, I could get rid of 2 of their things, and I could earn some money from that. It would leave me with no combat points, but I feel like that's some combat points well spent. We can also get rid of assistance for that, but if we should desperately need combat points in the future, then yeah, we can do it, can't we? So I'll take them out of a village and the city that gives me the most money. So that'll give me 3 cash. And can I put both of them on my thing? Let's give me the 3 Marty bucks right now. Well, let's actually... what am I on? 8. So I should be on 11. We'll definitely want to use the full gamut of Marty bucks. So it's not like... You're not restricted to putting 1 on your tile per turn, are you? Whenever you liberate a thing, you can put it on the cube. You can only put it if it's not next to the same colour. As soon as all 4 are full. It doesn't say you're restricted to just doing it once per combat action. So it's actually worked out that I can put them both on the outside here and get a point and take a cube off. So I'll give myself that point. And then what shall we work towards unlocking then? I've only unlocked 2 actions so far. More village actions with less space or more cubes off places. And it's just a cheaper way of doing things, right? So you could do 2 of 1 instead of... I don't feel like I'm going to need that. I'm doing quite a lot of combat already. It'd be good to have a different way of spending combat points to get rid of cubes from the place you're at. Earning combat points with actions. I think... Let's get more village actions with less movement. So that was a reward... for here, yeah, so that can just go off. And then we filled this up, so I earn 3 more bucks. And a point per combat action, which is 3 points. And they get cleared off, right? So we can do it again. Yeah, metal Marty coins would be amazing. I would, yeah, there are plenty of games where the coins have been a little bit small and not special, and now we did used to have, like, I think they were from a charity shop. We had some not great basic poker chips for a while. I don't think we really used them for very much. I think we got them for Railways of the World and it's paper money. But yeah, I don't know how well this experiment's going to go. This is like a spoiler for March, a new arrival that I've had. I've heard that 1862 is Edward of Heavy Cardboard's favourite solo game. I've never played an 18xx game. They terrify me in a way. Well, they don't. They intimidate me, for sure. I think I'm going to give it a go. And it comes with paper money. That's where this whole thing started. But metal Marty coins would be the pinnacle. Yeah, if we ever get enough for that. And like I should say earlier on that all of this is supported by patreon.com/slickerdrips. Patrons, like many in the chat right now and watching back later, I'm sure, make all of this possible. If you'd like to help out and help me make more things and be able to do more stuff and do it more comfortably and that, patreon.com/slickerdrips would be a fantastic visit. We're on the road to 200 patrons. We're at 168. You could be 169. That's basically the best number you could be. Rach, I pressed the wrong button.
Well, that was silly.
I'm back now though. I was trying to bring up the tangent, Sheriff, and I instead broke the stream. Yes. So I need to get back onto that chat, which isn't empty. Great. I haven't broken the entire chat. I've broken this chat. Do you think metal coins wouldn't be? I admit I haven't looked for about 4 years now, so yeah, it could be a lot cheaper. Because like I wanted to do enamel badges and stuff at one point, but that was all kind of, I suppose like it's only expensive initially, and then once you've got like the mold and stuff made, it's not as expensive in the future. Because Ricky Royal love it. Has Ricky Royal done stuff? I haven't really looked into it. I just got curious about it. But if Ricky's on board, I'm going to be giving it a go anyway. And you will see it if it gets some love in the vote. So there've been no streaming mishaps in that gap there. I assure you, all people watching the edited version. Jacques is on space 6, which means, oh dear, he does not reveal a card next turn and will trigger the round end if the other player did not do some first. Okay, well, I have triggered the round end, so tough luck. So he doesn't do anything now. He just will do the ending next turn. So, on my turn, I come over here. I can have a village action if I want to, but I'm not going to. And I get 3 points for that. So let me just get my Jacques rules up for the end of round and make sure I don't miss anything off from him. Oh yeah, the company in Brazil, of course. I meant to get involved with that big group buy. There's another one coming along like in a few months, isn't there? We are on the trading chat. I joined the group and then forgot all about looking into it and placing an order because they've done some great ones for Feast for Odin, haven't they? Yeah, I'd really like to. Yeah, probably be worth chatting to them. Oh yeah, I saw as well. Yeah, Ricky's just done an interview with Liz, hasn't he? I haven't listened to that yet, but that sounds really cool. Oh, he's mentioned the 1862 solo mode. Hey, Ricky, do a video. Teach me. You taught me Mage Knight. Let's step it up a notch. Teach me 18XX. Interim scoring as usual, and then he scores victory points for each revealed Ultima card. What? Oh, he scores all of these points. So he scores 30 points. If he ended the round, he also scores 15 points. Yikes. Okay. Oh, and you lose 5 points if your explorer is behind Jacques at the end of the game. So, we trigger this now, don't we? We trigger the interim. So first of all, I can buy a card, can't I? We'll just get the interim helper up. Starting with the current player, you can either get 2 points or buy a card and redraw. I forgot to take the Marty off. So, do I... I definitely want a card out, don't I? So, what should it be? Maybe we want Explorer then, and more chances to move around if we don't want to be behind him by the end of the game. He hasn't really moved much yet. Probably don't need another Sailor, and we do want Assistance to be out. Now, getting an Anchor would help me with some income right now. I don't think anything else. That would just get me 2 points of income. That would get me a couple of money incomes. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to help me out massively with income. Just 4 points and doing some exploring, and we get a token that might help us out later. I think I'm going to go for Explorer. Spend 11 cash. So Explorer's going out in location 9. And we're probably going to be stopping off there later on. And redraw. Is there something that I want from here? It hasn't changed, has it? So unless I take things from here, I think I'm just going to go from the deck again. Quest Hunter. Give me another compass for completing quests. And some more income if some things happen. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And we've got ourselves a token, the help out token, and a few points for getting that card out. It's not too bad, is it? Yeah, the downside of Tangent Marty is if I don't forget to turn him off like I didn't then. Thanks though, Steve. I think you'll think of it just as I remembered. But yeah, the points that he's getting, loads, isn't it? Right, so we do that. We reveal a new... Oh yeah, get income from your things. So income for me is 10 cash and no points. Then we are removing... Oh yeah, I'm looking at the wrong one first. Remove discs from all of the locations on the board, apart from the fancy things over here. And reset the display with 4 new project cards. Getting the shield is good. Which one? Is it a card that I've missed out on? I think. Yeah, I would like to up my income a lot. I haven't really done much towards that, have I? I haven't really got many cards out. Well, me triggering the end of the round means I've gone fairly quickly, doesn't it? So we've reset the display. We reveal a new prestige building, which I'll show you. The palace. So points for combat actions. We've done 3 of them already. Points for quests. And then add any new quests. The new quest is to be added in space 15. Spend a combat point for that. And get 2 discs off. That's great. And return all ships to Havana. Which means... Does Jacques' player order change now? I was promoting him as usual. Then he scores victory points for the revealed cards. So he revealed 6 of his 7 cards, actually. So I wasn't that fast. He earns 10, 20, 30 points for those. 5 on each. He would have earned 15 extra if he'd ended the round. We then shuffle up those cards that he played. And they go to the bottom of his solo stack. Yeah, we need to have more points than him, yeah. And yeah, Jack just goes after me every turn, so I still get to go first, I guess. So have I skipped a turn for him then, haven't I? Yeah, because that happens at the end of my turn. So he would go now, wouldn't he? Yeah, he would go now. He doesn't skip his turn. So, Jacques, card 1. The counter's no good if you don't reset it. Just, number 1 goes on space 1 on exploration. He's getting close to a quest. I need to get on with that. But space 9 is where my exploration starts. So what am I going to do? Probably not stopping off here. Probably want to go to Puerto Plaza. It would be decent, wouldn't it? Have I got corn to deliver? Yes. I could turn in my quest hunter, my missionary. Or just the council. Expensive things. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to Puerto Plaza. Let's do a bit of exploration. That's a bit more exploration. not quite enough exploration for my liking. Doesn't get me over the line. So I want to get to the quests first before he takes them away. We're going to go here anyway. We're going to give this in as a good. We're going to unlock the action, getting some more. We could stop off and get a couple of village actions first. But pop a disc out in Puerto Plaza and then do the main action of 2 on the exploration. 1, 2. I will take the full 2. I would rather have money than points at this stage anyway. But I think I'm just going to take the points for now. Yeah, 2 more points. Because I'm now like 20 behind. So, that's my turn, isn't it? I have spent a card so I can redraw. Is there anything that would give me extra exploration movement? I've discarded 2 things that did do that. So, maybe not. Up in the display there isn't. So I think I'm just going to draw 1. It's the classic Harbour. So, that leaves us with Jacques, doesn't it? It's his second card. So another space on the exploration track. Oh, but I do skip over him, don't I? So, thank you. No, the quest is 3 away. I'll get over the line first, but that doesn't really matter. I won't get the quest. And that's him. So for me, do I want to do a village action first, or do I just want to skip straight over here? 4 points and 2 exploration. Get me a combat point. Not that I particularly need combat points. Yeah, I don't think I want to dawdle. I'm going to go straight to my special place there, where I can do... I get 4 points first. Put me on 15, and then 2 spaces on the exploration track. 1, 2. So I get 6 points because there's no influence in the co-op game, and a combat point. So 21, and back up to 1 combat point, and that's that. I can put things in my reservation slots, can't I? If I desperately want to draw different cards. Jacques. His third card is going to be delivering to space 11, which is Maracaibo. I was going to go to Maracaibo and do some fighting. I could, of course, just skip to here and do a quest. Let me think about that. Hey Shifley, thanks for following. I don't know if I'm coming through on Twitch at the moment because it's going strange. But thank you. Ideally, I would want 2 combat points before I went here. But for 3 coins here, I could do my assistance action again. Have I got 2 telescopes? I have not got 2 telescopes. Could I... Is there a telescope in the display? I could. Is there something I think I'm going to actually build? I'll maybe do the ship builder before the end. I could put the ship builder in my display, couldn't I? Which would let me have taken a card. It's in the display, so I could take Conquer Village. So, suddenly, I am much more inclined. Yeah, I've got the good that I need as well. I could just skip straight over here to... I was going to go to Maracaibo, but I can go to Cartagena instead. Spend the good. I think I want to unlock my explore action now. And I am going to... Yeah, so that gets delivered. That gets put on there. And I can spend 3 Marty bucks to do my assistance action again, which is 4 points and 2 on the explore track, of which I think I will just take 1. I can just skip past, but I think I want to do this quest. Spend 2 telescopes, which I now have. I'm giving up that sailor, but 2 telescopes to get 2 coins for every compass. I've only got 1 compass, so that's $2 and 2 points. Could be better, but could be worse, couldn't it? And that gives me a treasure chest. Good. Is it particular modules or things like that? What did the pictures on the back, did they matter? Did they matter in the campaign? I can't remember now. Oh, Twitch is still showing the black screen. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what's happening with Twitch. I need to do some research into it. I have put it in better quality on YouTube. Hopefully it's all sharper and stuff and you can see the text better. But that has had the effect of making Twitch not work. And I don't know why that is. I'll try and look into it later and see what's going on, because I assume people who stream video games will stream in like great resolutions, won't they? And yeah, it's only a little bit nicer, so hopefully I can fix it all. But yeah, sorry about that. At least you can hear me say, yeah, please come over to YouTube and watch for this one anyway. Has there been a patron? I didn't see that come up. Oh, thank you so much. When did that happen? That happened an hour ago. Oh, thank you so much. Peter? Oh, thank you so much for joining up. This doesn't tick up, unfortunately. But yeah, hey, join up. You could be 170 now. It's a rounder number, if that's what you were waiting for. Patreon.com/slickerdrips. So, I've come here. I've done this again. I've got a nice quest out of the bargain. That seems great to me. I need to draw up a lot more cards now, though. Cartagena should be Cartagena. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the stuff. Maracaibo must be okay on. Puerto Cabezas? I used to be able to do that quite well as well. My Spanish teacher would be really disappointed in me. Not least for having forgotten probably everything that I learned. Me gusta empleo blubber. En mi pela. That's all I remember, basically. I made a silly sentence. Right. Turning in things for the branch office, not excited about. The ship builder, I already have that. When you displace ownership markers, you get points. Get extra things. Now I think I'm just going to draw from the deck. See what we get. Hi, Shiffy. Welcome. I'm glad that you can see and hear now. I need like yeah, my feed on the left hasn't updated with Patreon. It's got John Underwood from a few days ago. For some reason that's not working. You can never get everything working in a stream, I have found. Oh, the Pioneer will help me move more, so I'm kind of inclined to get the Pioneer out, to be honest. Although I did reserve that ship builder that actually I don't want now because he gives me a token that I don't want. I kind of just put him up there. Oh, I might want him out there just as an assistant, though, mind so. I don't need that token anymore. So that's me anyway. I've had plenty of time. Let's see what Jacques doing. This is turn 4 for him, so he is delivering to space 17, which is probably going to dissuade me from going and doing that quest again, to be honest. So what do I want to do? I could do this quest. I ideally want 2 things, right? Because 1 for the quest, 1 to earn 2 points here. But I think this quest, getting 2 discs off, is probably worth just foregoing those extra points. Marty's... I wish I could get this this Marty adjustment thing to permanently stay on my computer. Oh no, don't press that. That's a zoom in of where Marty ain't. I can get him back up. There we go. I do like even if I don't edit the videos, you could kind of, if you were watching back and you just want the gameplay, you could just notice Tangent Marty up here and skip until you don't see him anymore. Oh yeah, Shiffy, you missed the grand reveal of the brand new Marty box. You can see the full. I'll do another show off the full gamut of Marty books that we've got for use in maybe all games, and some things that are going to be tweaked a little bit. The 100 and the 1000. There is a 25 actually. I haven't made the 25 yet. It's got to be green, and we've run out of Martys. We have been saying for a while. We did have Fancy Marty last year, but yeah, we haven't really had enough Martys to have a different one on every single one. We need to think of more of them. I really want a Santa Marty, but we always remember too late, far too close to Christmas to ever actually do anything with him, so he never ends up getting designed. But yes, Maracaibo. So we've had Jack, haven't we? I'm thinking of doing this quest. It's only one step, and I do want to finish before Jacques, but I feel like that is a really good thing to do. I'm just going to take the one step, spend a combat point, but then that's another quest done. That's another 2 Marty bucks coming in. And, most importantly, I think, 2 discs coming off of here. So I think that is going to be really grand. Oh, you haven't missed it by that much. It was only today. They've only just come around today. We made them over the weekend. So it's a brand new arrival. But yeah, we've got an extra thing now. We've got an extra quest on there. Because yeah, we want to be ahead for him and that. I don't think he's competing with us for that. But yeah, Halloween Marty would be a good one. But like generally, like at one stage, we were gonna have like when we had Sheriff Marty and Space Marty, it was going to be like loads of occupations, and it kind of went out the window. I wanted to do Train Driver Marty, but some of these things, like, I just kind of say them to Rach, and then Rach has got to, like, Rach has got to imagine how that comes up with Marty. But yeah, how are you doing, Shiffy? I hope you're doing all right. Yeah, it would be great to come up with some of the Martys. There is, like, I thought maybe the picture of Seize the Bean that is like me drawn and the Sheriff Marty on there. That could maybe be the 25. We'll see. But I'm pretty chuffed with them at the moment. There's been talk earlier on of maybe making some kind of sticker sheet or something available to patrons or something like that. We'll see if there's any interest in that. Top Hat Marty. Top Hat Marty's here. Top Hat Marty's on the 50s. Because, like, kind of matching up the colours as well. It's like, that's the background that we've got now. And I've gone back to Space Marty. He's kind of the favourite. Posh Marty's purple. Wizard Marty would be good. That's a good one. That's surely, like, as well, that's doable, isn't it? In terms of the coins, probably a lot of the space would be taken by his Wizard's hat. But yeah, I like that. I'll present these ideas to Rach and see how they go. It's like, be like, oh yeah, we've thought of a new idea for the token. I think it's a shame as well. Like, eventually, it would be nice if there's not really amazing poker sets available. I've seen much more colourful ones that people have on Twitter. And Matt, you mentioned, right, your iron clays, beautiful, the iron clays. They don't seem available at the moment though. That was my first thought. But yeah, I would like a set where the main one. The one that you've got the most of are the 5s and the 1s. So you've got more of those than any others. The 5's great. They're reds. And I could have changed them around because I took all the stickers off them. But the 1s are grey. So original Marty's looking a little bit glum there with all of the greys. But he is kind of grey. So there we go. Okay. So we need to do Jacques now, don't we? He needs to do his 5th one, which is going to be, he doesn't reveal a card next turn. He's going to end the round if I don't and get 15 points. Now, I'm probably not going to go to Puerto Cabezas. I could stop off and do some village actions. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would get 2 village actions from stopping off here first, but I probably want to trigger the end of the round myself, don't I? Now, oh, this means he's gone on 20, doesn't it? So even if I go on 20, he will still trigger the end first. He's just beaten me now, hasn't he? But I don't want to miss out on doing combat or exploring. So with exploring, I would get a couple of spaces. It wouldn't get me anything that exciting. Whereas combat could get me some good stuff. So I think I'm going to do a combat. Let's grab a token. And we can have 2 points and 2 coins against France, who have got the most stuff. Spain haven't got a cube out there, so not really worth thinking about unless I just want the point. England, 4. So I think... Oh, I haven't unlocked my ability, have I? I can unlock an entire ability. Or 2 discs, anyway. Let's get my ability out, and I am going to spend $4 for 10 points. So that'll put me on 37. And now I can split movement between both explorers. I now have a mini explorer out on the explore track. And I've still got another disc that I can take off. So I've now unlocked 1, 2, 3, 4 places. So I could unlock this. Yeah, let's get to that one. Okay. I've caught up on that. So who are we combating against? We can... I get 1 point, don't I? I don't want to spend all of my points. I'm going to do England. Although it does cost 5 to get England out of where they are. I would get an assistant for doing... Oh no, I could get England just out of the village. And then... I would be wasting a combat point, but it would do something, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that, because... Where are we on my thing? I've done 3 quests now. We can turn this in. Let's get these things turned in. Oh, you have to give up assistants, don't you? Do you have to give up assistants that are in your stock to complete things on your card? I've forgotten that. Free actions. Place a card from your hand into your planned areas. Complete one of your goals. Oh no, they should be on there, shouldn't they, from the start of the game? And I gained them. That's what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, so let's do these, and that can get me assistance. Number of quests. I've got 3 quests done. 2 coins and 2 points. Although there's a little typo. If you weren't here earlier. There's a little typo on the special gaming rules quest that we are on. The bottom line should be 2 coins and 2 points, rather than just saying 2 points, like all the other quests are. I have got 4 combat tokens now. We need to finish this combat before I turn that in, I think. So shall we just... I'll pick France. I'll have the 2 money. I'll pick France, I'll have the 2 money, and I'll just get them out of a village. Spend the combat point I just earned for starting combat. And they're in plenty of villages. Just get them out of a village. And where should we put them? Gaining more money? Don't need assistance. Money's power. But if I get... Yeah, let's get a disc out. Disc out. Because then we can have 3 explore, or 4 coins, 4 points, or influence doesn't matter. So ignore that one. 4 coins, 4 points is tempting. But I do eventually want to be ahead of him at the end of the game on the explore track. So I'm going to go for 3 explore. No, 1, 2, 3, which is 2 coins. So that's decent, isn't it? So we're on 16 cash, which isn't too bad at all, I don't think. Oh yes, please click on the like button. Thanks, Hans. And thanks, Matt, for being the resident Patreon bot. Yes, the Patreon bot can guide you over. Patreon 170 is up for grabs. I can't update the number live, unfortunately. But thank you for all of your support and reminded me of things. What have I been missing as well? Missing on different Marty suggestions. Indiana Jones Marty would be a good one. I thought of it's just related to TV shows, but I wanted like a Fireman Sam Marty. If you're familiar with Fireman Sam, I don't know how international Fireman Sam is. And I know that now he's all CGI. I'm talking about old-fashioned, like, clay model kids show Fireman Sam. Indiana Jones would be great. I think that there's a lot of potential for getting into trouble doing international Martys. But yeah, there's a lot of potential for him to go globetrotting. Although he's out in space at the moment. Right. So I've done my combat action now. I could now, as a free action, turn in this. I've done 4 combats. I've got 4 combat tokens, which can get me 3 money and 3 points. And I just need to get 3 or 4 more assistants out. And then I've done the whole thing, and that's 2 points, 2 coins. Pretty decent. But then, Jacques is going to end it, isn't he? and he's going to get 15 extra points. So he's ending the round. I now have the chance. Do I want 2 points or do I want to put a card out? I have got so much money. I probably want some income, right? The tokens I have, I've got the saw. Nothing really lines up with getting me more stuff. Maybe I want the innkeeper out. Get me an extra action, points per assistant. I probably won't use that, but it helps me towards having things out. But if I'm not going to use it, let's get some other cards that I will use out first, eh? Missionary, nice, but not great yet. When you discard books, discard one less. It's okay, isn't it? There's the shipbuilder, but yeah, I want something that will at least give me some income now. I'm leaning towards the pioneer. Quest hunter, just more stuff when I complete quests. I'm going to go pioneer. So 7 money on that pioneer. Get me some extra steps when I go exploring, and I get an extra 2 money income now. And that's what it's time for. Income, no points still, 12 money. Which isn't too shabby. Get all the discs off of the places. Yeah, I need to end the round, don't I, to get my bonus village action there as well? Because I don't go to 21, do I? He's technically there. The imaginary Jacques is there. And then clear the display out, and we can look at some fresh cards. Some new ideas. Go in a new direction. And what have we got? Conquer Village. French Galleon isn't going to be very helpful, I don't think. Captain. I like getting more discs off the player board. And the Carpenter. Carpenter would be 4 extra income, so I've already got that disc. And then that would be a couple of things I've got that would want... I want an anchor. Pity I've thrown away all those harbour cards. I do need to draw a card back up, don't I? That should have been before I refreshed the display. So I'll just take one from the deck. Just imagine this was on the top of the deck. This is another Pioneer. Then a new prestige building comes out. So I don't need to change the angle even. Oh, the new one. Own Monument. So this is all noble ranks times 2 points. So that shouldn't be in the game, should it? That should have been one that I removed. Anything relating to influence. You've seen it, though. The Cathedral. Income track. You get double the points for where you are. I have to zoom right out for it. Where you are on the income track. You get points at the end of the game. You get double if you've got that prestige building. Then quests. A new quest gets put out in 15. And this one wants us to have books. So maybe I do want that missionary out. And then finally we all get reset back to Havana. And now, yes, it's time now for Jacques Mat. He did 6 cards again, which is another 30 points. I am playing on easy difficulty, I think, by the way. He has harder cards that get mixed in. Because it'll give him more points, more steps along things. If you play... There's just a different configuration. So in easy mode, you just remove all the B cards. I think you remove 3 Bs and 2 As in normal difficulty. So he gets another 30 points, and he ended the round, so that's 45 points. So what's that going to put him on? 78. Ouch. Okay. I'd better get earning. Well, I did end up earning the points that he earned in the previous round. It's not going to be enough, though, is it? I've got points on the cards as well, coming up at the end. Do you score those when you put the card out, or do you get those at the end of the game? I've just been playing it like you get them at the end. I think my player aid talks about it. Yeah, score all cards in your display. It just happens in the round, doesn't it? Hi, James. How's it going? So, that was Jacques. He ended the round. He got a lot of points for that because I let him end the round. Probably not a good thing to do. But I could now, at Puerto Plata, I could get a quest. Have I got 2 maps? I probably should have put that into my consideration. I haven't got any maps, so that quest wouldn't be mine if I did some exploring right now. So do I want to get some village actions, clear some cards out of my hand? As long as I move 2 steps, I get 2 village actions, but I could be clearing a disc off here. I have got matching goods though, haven't I? If I go to 5, I can't go to 4 though. And I don't really want to go to 4. I could earn a load of money. You're just not getting cards out by doing that. I want to end up at 9 and do the main action there. So why don't I just move the full 5? Maybe we'll get a card out, discard the hand. Oh, because that skips me back past... Yeah, we'll just get the exploration steps from my special thing. Yeah, I'll move the 5 steps in case I want to do anything else. Go to San Juan. And... So 5 steps gets me 3 village actions. I should probably put a card out. I could put another pioneer out. But I only want to move 2 steps next time to get that quest. We could just skip ahead, though. Because there's not 2 maps in the display. So I might not even get 2. Nothing gets me particular tokens as it stands. Well, if I'm completing quests, more compasses would be nice, wouldn't it? I don't think I spent an assistant when I put that pioneer out. I think I'm going to go cheap. And I'm going to get the quest hunter out. Give me better rewards. I don't like that as I'm saying it even. It's cheap though. I could get way more out later on. I could even pay for another one now. So that's the quest hunter. Gets me another 2 monetary income. And then I've got 2 more village actions. I definitely want to just discard my hand, I think. Do I want to keep the pioneer? Get extra steps. I could put the pioneer out and then discard my hand. Yeah. I'm running out of assistance now, but pioneer. 7 money. I've still got 10 money. I get another 2 income. And now if I get that house symbol, that's another 4. The anchor's another 4. Could maybe work us up to some points by the end of the game. Getting that prestige building, it'll all be great. And then my final village action, I want to discard my hand. I'm not bothered about these. To get 2 Marty Bucks. And then draw back up. I will take the map that's available in the display. No other cards get me things that I'm bothered about, so I'm just going to draw 5 at random. And let's see if we get any maps or tokens that we'd quite like to have out. Mercenary. You want maps? You want maps? Nope, no maps. Trapper, when skipping an explorer, steal a point from them. Oh, I do want loads of explore steps, don't I? I shouldn't have gone past Puerto Plata because I've got 2 people. So the people aren't wasted. Oh, yes. There's also Tangent Marty comes up in case anyone is only here for the gameplay. And maybe I'll edit more if this becomes easy to edit out him. Yeah, if you're wondering when he pops up. But yes, these are a new arrival for today. Well, not a new arrival. Well, the poke chips were an arrival over the weekend. But yeah, Rach and I have made some special Marty Bucks, which will be likely replacing the money in a lot of games that we play. So you can see that. Here you go. Here's the full spectrum of Marty Bucks at the moment. You've got original Marty from the very first Kickstarter. Is it focusing on him? Hopefully it is. Like, I think I have to do this to get it to focus, don't I? Original Marty. There is Sheriff Marty from Kickstarter 2. Space Marty from number 3. 5th anniversary Posh Marty. And then these are going to be changed. I'm not so happy with these. But Glass Marty needs a better background, I think. And Deputy Marty. Special fancy Deputy Badge Marty. Back from that Kickstarter. It's all flashbacks to things, but mainly I think it's... We're pretty chuffed with them. We're going to be using... we've got way more downstairs. We're going to be using sets when we play games as well now. We're pretty excited. And credit to Rach as well for helping me and for thinking of putting my own stickers on things. But we were saying earlier that sending out poker chips, even if it's a few, is probably really expensive. But maybe someone suggested maybe we could do like the sticker sheets, or make them available for you to do yourself if you've got some poker chips. It's all potential if there's demand for it, if you would like them. Yeah, like it's come out wrong as well. Like, because it's just an inkjet printer that we've got. The black is actually a kind of weird murky purple, and this is supposed to be a starlit background, but you can't see the stars because it's just an inkjet printer. So yeah, the background's going to be changed on that, because I've tried to make them. I've tried to use the color of the chip as well. Tried to match up a little bit the color of the chip. So it's a black chip, but it could just be a white background, couldn't it, for some contrast? I'm going to change that anyway. We haven't stickered the hundreds and the thousands. And this is what I want to use, I think, until we get a better idea, until more Martys appear. But because it's a cheap printer and sheet of stickers, it's kind of offset itself and gets worse as you go along the page. So, yeah, I might try flipping it, as has been suggested. But also I might try offsetting the picture a little bit on the page to try and get them up there. You can get poker chips at a dollar store. Oh, wow. I wish I could. Although mine weren't very expensive. Well, they weren't the cheapest available. They were cheapest that looked like this. They had I've put them all downstairs now. They had all these foil stickers on. The numbers were very small and the glare would have been terrible on here. Marty, as you can see, is indifferent. As is his reaction to everything that isn't food and treats. He's indifferent about it all. Yeah, we'll make the sheets available as well once they're all sorted. But right, that is me. Jacques needs to take his first turn, which is going to be a step along the explore track. I imagine in the harder difficulties, he moves more along the explore track. So, does he get the points and stuff for going along these bits? In the fourth round, Jacques ends the game after each player has taken 2 more turns when he ends the game. Does he care about... If he can reach a quest, he does so. Otherwise, he takes the shortest path. He ignores all track effects, and it skips spaces, and he can be skipped over. So he doesn't care about the influence that he just got from there. Right. He'll take quests if he can. Otherwise, he will skip as far as he can. So there's his card. And as for me, I wanted to go to MySpace, didn't I? MySpace. Yeah, let's do my assistant action, because that's 4 points, and I can potentially do it again. And 2 on the explore track. Boosted twice, though, thanks to my cards. So, have I got 2 maps? I didn't end up getting 2 maps, did I? Should we skip over this quest, then? I could just go 1, 2, 3, 4, because my home quest has given me an extra... My hometown has given me an extra explorer. The big one has to be in the lead. I could just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's a combat point and a money. And then I've still got the potential of doing that quest in future. But I could just skip ahead with him, couldn't I? I could just go 1, 2... be the first one to cross this and get the 4 points. But I could get 3 money there. 3, and then get 3 money there. I'm just going to do that. And let's buy some prestige buildings, probably. Get 6 money from some exploring, and hopefully do some more exploring in a minute. I like the sound of that. Didn't spend any cards or anything. So it's straight to Jacques. His second card is going to be... move along the explore track. Fine. You're not getting in front of me. He can't take the quest because it's not there, so we skip along that space. And then for me, well, there is combat to be had, isn't there? But I could just go to Cartagena again. I've got the money to do it, haven't I? Have I got the books? I have got the books to do this quest, but I haven't got the combat point to do that again. I'm not going to get the combat point by going there, but I could potentially get combat points from moving on this track, so maybe I do want to do that. It's 4 points again. I'm going here. I do have that I can deliver. So, what do I want to come off my player board? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things are unlocked now, so I can't quite have the 10 points. Do I want more actions available? More combat actions, maybe? Get a cheaper combat thing going on to get those last cubes off, because we do need that to win the game. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then pay $3 to take the action I just took again, which is 4 points. Put me on 47. And 2 on the explore track, plus 2, and I can split it amongst the 2 of them. So 4, I could just get a combat point there. I could go down and get 5 money and be on the way to a combat point, and 2 assistance maybe. And that does get me closer to a next quest and like all the good points things up here. I'm just not making use of this as much as I could be, am I? Although we could do... I don't want to stop at all of the things, do I? One, 2, 3. So 4 points for going across that first. Put me on 51. 3 coins, 3 points. Puts me on 54 points. That's 3 steps. And then the 4th step down there, get me another 2 points. So I'm on 56. Still way behind. But I think, yeah, I need the points as well as everything else, don't I? I can draw up a card now. So is there something I would like from here? No, I want things that get me the badges that I need. There's the Explorer again. I don't need him. Something to discard, maybe. If I need telescopes for maybe there. But I don't think I can really take time on doing all of these different things. Because Jacques only had 2 turns, hasn't he? But that might be all he needs. Turn 3. He is going to go on the Explore track again. So he is making some progress on there. So, do I want to just do this as I was going to and spend my... I haven't got a combat point. So that'll get me influence, which is just basically 2 points. But going over here, this would be... Have I got 2 telescopes? No, I've just got the 1. So I can't do that quest still. I could just rush the end, because his cards might do that. Having quests might help, though. Yeah, influence would be a different matter in other games, but it doesn't make any difference in the co-op game. So I think if we go here, we might get the telescopes, but I don't think I can afford to stop at all of these bits. And I haven't got the combat points. Do we just want to skip to the end and do another combat action or exploration action? This is the 3rd round, though. Just none of these get all of this stuff. Yeah, definitely. If I do that first quest, there's a good chance that being able to draw 2 cards... There is a telescope card in there, so I would have the cards. I just don't know if I can afford to stop at all of these places. Let's give it a go, though. We've got to try, haven't we? It would have been nice if I'd got a combat point, but I chose not to. I could have, but it would have been all I'd got from the Explorers, and I didn't want that to happen. So I will give in my 2 books to complete this quest as my action. And so, 2 money for every compass. I have actually got 2 compasses now, remembering that. There's one, and there's one from that card I played ages ago. So, there is some money. And I also get an influence of my choice. In the co-op game, there is no influence. You get 2 points instead. So, I'm on 58 to 78. Then, drawing back up, I can definitely take the captain, that would be the other telescope that I need, and I'll just go from the deck. Shipbuilder, do not want him. And yeah, I want cards that get me a different token. Here's an expansion card. I don't know if we've seen one before and I've missed it. There you go. Luisa goes out in Santa Marta, 2 money, remove a token, and 2 village actions. Pretty decent. She's also involved in the other co-op mode. You need to find her. Right, so it is time for Jacques to take his turn. And it's going to be... This is turn... I'm not counting these properly, am I? No, this is the 4th one. I am counting it, okay. He is delivering to location 14. We're way past 4. He can't deliver to 14. So nothing happens if you can't deliver there. I don't think. We'll check, because it hasn't happened yet. Doesn't happen if the locations market is full. So now we've got what we need. Let's go here. My mercenary can make a delivery, and that can be the other token off that combat action I want to unlock. And then we can give in... Oh, I drew a telescope as well. I don't think I need the explorer again. I can't have that assistant out in the same place, I don't think. We'll do the ship builder and the explorer to fulfill this quest. Which is, I've got 2 compasses, so that is another 4 money. And get an assistant. Or they're called something else, aren't they? They're assistants when they're out on the board. They're something else when they're in your supply. And that's another... Like, it's points now, isn't it? At the end of the game. It's points for all of this stuff. Do additional... Is it 3 points for having... for having 4 quests, and then every additional quest is worth 2 points for you, I think, if I'm remembering that correctly. So, what is Jacques' response to that? Turn 5. He is delivering to space 17. Just delivered there, mate. Sorry. You're just a bit behind. So I think I want to end the round so I can take advantage of having that village action before the game ends. Because there's going to be a 4th round, but you don't go here that time. So I'm going to jump ahead so he can't end the round. Do I want 4 exploration steps, thanks to my plus cards, or some more fighting? I do need to clear all these cubes out before the end of the game. I don't have many combat points. If I was to take 4 exploration points, I could do 3 here. That's 4 combat points and get a coin. And then be able to do a big combat action next time. Could do 3 in one big go. But I probably will explore with my kind of the thing I keep doing every time now. So I think we'll do a combat and hope for a good token on France or England. If it's good on Spain, that's going to hurt us. So we get 1 before the combat starts, and I can earn 2 money and get 2 combat points on France, which is a bit rubbish. I can pay 2 to get 6 combat points on Spain, but they're not on the board. Or I can just get 4 against England. 5 will take them out of the city and give me an assistant. So I think... Yeah, you can see them right here. And they can go next to France on there and get me some even more money. Yeah, let's pay my combat points, get them out of there, earn myself 3 coins, offset them so you can see all of my riches. I've got the combat token. That's dealt with. I think that's that, isn't it? I haven't... I should have drawn cards back up a while ago. Do I care about these things? No, I want them from the top of the deck, because I would like to earn some other tokens. There we go, there's a harbour. They're expensive, but they give me a token I would like, and that would be 4 points income. It's getting a bit late, but it's something, isn't it? I don't think it's... Yeah, I feel like Jacques especially is even easier to handle than Jean was, the solo opponent in the base game. I am playing... Rather than just... You can play the standard game with a new campaign, which puts different tiles out on the board and changes rules and goals and things. I am playing a cooperative module. So you can play this with all players, where you're all fighting to beat Jacques by the end of the game score-wise, or... and you need to get rid of all of the cubes that are out on the board. You are getting all of these people out of the Caribbean. Whereas you spent Maracaibo helping them get in. So yeah. Story-wise, it was much better. But, yeah, I'd say the game itself is a little complicated. But Jacques is a lot easier and faster to handle than Jean. There wasn't a ton going on with Jean. Don't get me wrong, she's not really complicated. But Jacques is just, okay then, here's his card. Which number card is it? Oh, this is the 5th one he's drawn, so he just puts this out and that's it. And he'll score a load of points. And we'll see how close I come. I'm playing on easy difficulty against him. So... He hasn't had a turn, has he? It's his turn, I think. So that's going to be number 6. Oh, he's going to do something. He's going to take a quest from the lowest numbered Lowest numbered location or from the supply if there is none. There is no quest out there, so he takes one from the supply. I don't know if he does anything with that by the end. But there we go. He's taken a quest from the board. So he's not even close to ending the game. Oh yeah, he's got locations 2 to 19 he would take one from. That's what those tiny numbers are. So, me over here, I can come to 21 first. You can only do this once per game, and only if this is out here. Then, yeah, you can put one of your discs out where your player color goes. And I think let's work towards getting the 10 points, right? This would be... Oh, I haven't done 6, have I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh, I have done 6. Oh, I could have done this. Oh, I paid 5, didn't I, to get them out of there? I could have done... Oh, no. I could have got 2 village ones out. Yeah, if I'd had 6 to pay, I could have done a city with this one for 3, and then a village with this one for 3. But I only had 5 to pay, didn't I? So I could have just paid 3, though, couldn't I? And kept my 1. There we go. Difficulty versus Hadrian's Wall to learn. Like, Hadrian's Wall, I think, like... Yeah, there's a lot of places in Hadrian's Wall, isn't there? But generally, a lot of them work in a similar way. And I think once you've started Hadrian's Wall, it's pretty straightforward. There's more going on in this. There's more icons and surprises and combinations of things. There's kind of a bigger decision space, I would say. But the actual flow of the game is like you can only move 7 places. You can only move 7 spaces in front of you. And these tiles aren't here on like the most basic form of the game. So it's like, which place are you going to go to? Do you want these village actions? Yeah, it's definitely more complicated than Hadrian's Wall. But I wouldn't say massively complicated either. Astro Knights Kickstarter. Oh, New Aeon's End. I'm tempted by that. I wonder if there's another group pledge going. If there's a group pledge for the Legacy one. It's making it a bit cheaper. Hey, Sam. Good morning. Oh, thanks for popping in. Yeah, I'm going to be... I don't know if this will get edited down. Maybe it will. I don't know how much demand there is for that, or if it's just in my head. I know that some people just don't want to watch the live ones, which is fair enough. They're longer. But, yeah, it takes ages to edit them. Right, so I've done that. I'm going to do a village action, just to get a disc off, and try and get towards 10 points. I can't do that again, but there's going to be no opportunity to do it again. So I might as well play a card, hadn't I? I've got so much money. I could get my harbour out. Let's just get this harbour out. It would get me the anchor. And that costs me 16. I've still got 13. It is 20 to get a prestige building, but we can just wait for that. I think that's going to be decent, because now that gives me 4 income from this, and I already have the tools, so 4 points income. So 4 money income and 4 points income is going to be pretty nice, I think. I think that's going to work out well. So there's my bonus village action from there. And I get 3 points for going to that space. And I need to fill my hand back up with a card. I don't want any of these cards. Oh, I do get a token there from Conquer Village, but not a token. It's a token that would get me some money. But yeah, it doesn't really combo and get me points at this stage. Pay any number of tobacco and take 2 money for each. Interesting. And it's worth a point. It'll probably get used for something. Right. 2 points for the card. Oh yeah, I'll earn 2 points as well for the harbour card. Right. So now we do the end of round stuff. And that's going to be... I can play a card now. I can play a card. So I've still got a load of money. Is there anything that's particularly going to help me? The carpenter could get me some more income, but he's very expensive. I can't afford him, actually. I've got 13 money. So we can't afford those. Getting someone out with an action on the board would be all right. Yeah, the grocer would be decent. A little bit more income, and I could get rid of 3 more cards out of my hand that I don't particularly want. Although, I could pay any number of tobacco and get a load of money for each. But I want to have assistants, don't I? I'm probably not going to do this. Getting 4 assistants out there. get a load of money, and then later do a prestige building with all the money that I've earned. I could spend 4 tobacco, and he's worth a point. Yeah, let's do that. Assistant to get him out. And just slide him underneath. And I'll get rid of 4 tobacco, which is going to earn me 8 money, which is not too bad at all. Hey, Heroic Logic. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on Twitch. Settings have been changed. Quality has been upgraded, I hope, on YouTube. But that's unfortunately had the effect of breaking the stream on Twitch. I can't turn it off, unfortunately, on Twitch. I would just turn it off there because it's strange, isn't it, that I'm on but not on. But yeah, hopefully I'll look into it and hopefully we can get it fixed for next time. So filling my display back up. Yeah, I'm just going to go from the deck. 5. And have we got anything nice here? Another Conquer Village, Upheaval. Oh, some new cards. 3 combat points and an assistant. Return a removed overship marker to the track and take 7. Well, we don't do that, do we? I'd get a medal if I needed that, though. Sailor again, extra things for combat. Pioneers, we've seen what they do. Okay. So that's it for that. Then income is 20 cash. We can't quite get a 50 out. And I haven't made the 25 yet. But there we go. Then we can... Oh, we've got 4 points income as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we remove all of the discs from places. We refresh the display. Is anything exciting going to come out? Hi, John. Are you Heroic Logic's alter ego? Thanks for joining us. So, we've got nothing really interesting. The smuggler, if we want to get people out, but we're probably not getting people out, are we, at this point? We might have to give up on this. It's 6 points, though. If I can get 3 more assistants out. I have got a load of money. I've got a fortune. If I just take some village actions to put cards out, it's just having those assistants to do it as well, isn't it? Having the cards and then having the assistants to do it all might prove too much. So... yeah, so refresh that. Reveal another prestige building. The Abbey. 4 points for every band you went across in the Explorer track. I might get to all of them, actually. And then refresh the quests. We want a new quest in location... oh, actually, they should have been in different places. I was putting them in different places everywhere. It should have been in 18 rather than 15. But the new one now goes out in location 12. And then everyone gets reset back to Havana. I finished the... oh, we need to do Jacques' thing as well. He gets 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think they've all got 5 on, so he'll always get 30 points. I didn't get as many points that round, did I? So he's on 108. There's his 100. Shuffle his cards, and they go at the bottom of his deck. Although, yeah, there's points on my board, isn't there, that we haven't got yet. That hopefully will count for something. Oh, we need to fill up as well with a quest. Puerto Cabezas. We want some telescopes. And it's Jacques' turn. So what's he going to do? He is going to deliver to location 4, which means I'm probably not going to go there. I don't need money. I would like assistance. But I probably want to just say move 7 spaces. Or I can do it with 5 if I want to. Have 3 village actions. Play some cards. There's not particularly any cards I want to play. They all cost people. Conquer Village wouldn't be a terrible thing. Do you still place... immediate effects of Conquer Village are ignored, so the cube does not go out of that. I don't have that medal. I would get the crown. More explore things wouldn't be a bad thing. I've only got 1 assistant, so who knows what's I want to draw more cards, don't I? I want to draw more cards and then have a big jump turn. Like Santo Domingo, I don't need money, really. I'm a little bit stuck for what to do here. Getting an assistant is nice. And I could... Yeah, let's... But that wouldn't let me be able to skip to 9 next turn, which is what I would want to do. Let's skip all the way over. I'm going to play the ship builder for 8. Pop an assistant out in location 10 that will let me get 2 money, put a disc out, and get 2 village actions, which is nice. But I've got 2 more village actions. I haven't got any fancy ones unlocked, unfortunately. So do I want these cards? I don't think I do. I want maybe 2 maps, which I haven't got. 2 telescopes, which I haven't got. 2 leaves, which is coming up on the explore track. But 4 isn't going to get me there. I think I'm going to discard my hand for 2 money. And then... Although, do we want to play one of these cards before I do that? Maybe we want to play Conquer Village. This is a load of income. It's worth no points, though. No, I don't want to do that. No, I'll just earn a money. Seems a bit of a waste. This turn seems a bit wasteful, to be honest. The Archaeologist, take 5, and after your explorer crosses the green barrier, get 5 points. That's pretty nice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cartographer could help me doing those quests. That could be something nice. Oh, thanks. I know I keep doing this. If you've been watching since the beginning, I keep doing this every few minutes. But any opportunity to show off the ones we finished so far. There's a couple more that are getting changed a little bit. But you can see Original Marty, Sheriff Marty, Space Marty, and Posh Marty in our special chips. So, that is me, isn't it? It's time for Jacques' second turn. No good having a counter if you don't reset it. And did I take a disc off? Should I have? What have I missed? Oh yes, thanks everyone. Brief mention, patreon.com/slickerdrips if you'd like to help me keep doing what I do and do it better, hopefully. You could be, we're on the road to 200 and you could be 170 and your name could come up right here, right now. Okay, point. Oh yeah, there's cards that will guide me to where I should be pointing at things. You could be above Marty's head. So Jacques is going to move on the explore track. Have I missed taking a disc off somewhere? He's catching up to me, isn't he? And then, the card. Oh, it's an action. If I go and do the place at if I go and do the thing at location 10, I can take a disc off. So now, I think I want to. I think I want to do my action rather than his in location 10. So I haven't got any people now to try and get enough out for my fellowship. But I think coming here and getting 4 points and 4 on the explore. 1, 2. There's 2 assistants. Three, 4. There's a disc off. Maybe we can do it. 2 assistants. And a disc off, which will get me 10 points. 79 now, so still like 29 points behind. Maybe we can do this, though. And then he wants another turn, doesn't he? Card 3 is going to be delivers to location 11. So unfortunately, I think I was going to go to Maracaibo as well. And may still go to Maracaibo because I need... We can't win if there's these cubes out on the board. And I could... But do you know what I should have done? Let's forget the assistants. Let's forget taking that disc off and having those 10 points for now. Yeah, we've got to do this. Let's put that disc back. Let's move forward and have 4 combat points. Because I think we've got to go to Maracaibo and we've got to do some big combat. Because we've got to have at least 2 combats. We've got to have an England one and a France one. We could get all 3 off France with 10 combat points. It feels like a bit of a waste, but we need at least 2 combat actions. So I'm going to go to Maracaibo. I can't deliver anything because it's already been done for me. So the token is going to give me 2 points. I shouldn't have these assistants. 2 points and 3 combat. That's not enough to do France. So I've got to wait, I think. I do get a combat point for initiating combat. And then 2 on England. They're only at a village, so I can do just my 2 for a village here. And there's England out of the way. And I gained an assistant and a point. But we're going to have to really hope that the final combat token, unless we can earn some combat points, we're going to have to hope that the final combat token does us some good against France, because I haven't done combat for ages, have I? Jacques, on his 4th turn, is delivering to location 13. And, yeah, I never did the loop that I'm allowed to do I? I did go there once, though. I do not have 2 maps for this quest. I could do my explore again. I do have 2 leaves for this quest. It would give me 2 points and 4 coins, which isn't a lot. Or I just skip ahead. 4 points for getting here. The archaeologist would give me a load of points for that as well. It's just a lot of delaying, isn't it? And then if I get to explore again, that's some combat points. Yeah, I'm going there. Can I deliver to there? Yes. Conquer village. Deliver to there. And now we'll get the 10 points. So on 79. 4 points. So on 83. And then... One, 2. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do that quest. Here's the 2 leaves. I get 2 points and 4 money. Are they the only leaves? Yeah, I would have liked the archaeologist, but he's got to be spent. And 2 extra points for doing another quest, isn't it? And then this one gets me the combat point that I would like to be sure I can do that France combat at the end. And he's gone past this line again, which is 3 influence. It's another 6 points. So, hopefully that saves me a bit. From the display, none of these are going to help me. I'm just going to take 3 here because, yeah, Jacques is already at 20 points. I think I need to get moving. Chase pirates with some combat points that I could do. Speaking of Jacques. Oh, this is his 5th, isn't it? Oh, thanks for being here, Shiffy. Hope you have a good dinner. Number 5, he's delivering to location 17, so probably don't want to go there and do that quest. Do I want to skip to the end? I don't want him to have 15 extra points, do I? I need to end it, don't I? And it's unfortunate because I'm so close to getting past here, which is another load of points. But I can't do any other exploring, so I don't know what I'm thinking would happen unless I was going to do another loop and not go to the end at all. I can't, can I? I could maybe stop off and have a load of village actions and spend some of this money. But I think I've just got to jump to the end. I could have explore now, but I can't win unless we have combat with France. So, and I can spend assistance to do combat, so it's going to be combat. I need 9, don't I? It's a city and 2 villages. So city's 5, 2 villages is another 5. Oh, I need 10. But I get a point before combat. So, 4 against France is fine. Isn't it? Yeah. 4 against France because I need 10, so I spend 6 of this. And that gets me the 3 that I need. First one can go here, gets me an assistant. That's now full, so they come off, and I get 3 coins. And a point for every combat, which is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Puts me on 98. Oh, you can see. And then I've still got 2 more I can put out. So I don't know if getting a disc soft's going to help me at this point. A point might. I don't know if money's going to help me, though. Or anything. Yeah, let's just have money. I'm going to need... Where are all my ones gone? Oh, there we go. I don't think I've ever had this much money. In... Oh, and I skipped past an assistant, didn't I? Forgetting this, whenever you don't take your assistant's action, I think this has only ever happened once. When you skip past them, you get 2 points. So I'm on 100. And 1. Only 8 points behind, but he is going to score loads, isn't he? My endgame scoring is going to really have to make up for a load. Let's see. Because that's it, isn't it? I'm there. And then he draws his 6th card. To get to draw extra cards in the final round. 6th card, he goes on the explore track, but at least he's behind me. On the explore track. Buy away. And so over here, I don't get to do anything, do I? I just get 3 points. But he will go again, won't he, and score. The game ends as usual. Points for having more or less quests or further or behind him on the explore track. Let's see. I will gain 10 points then. I've got more quests and I'm further on the explore track. See if it will do enough for me. Because he now gets a turn, doesn't he? With this thing. He'll do the round end thing, but I think he has to wait 2 turns for ending the round. But he's not going to, has he? Because I'm ending it now. So I get that, because he's most likely to go through all of his cards in the last round just because of all these extra spaces. So now, you can buy a card or get 2 points. Is money worth anything at the end? I don't feel like it is it? Free actions, yeah. Is there a game end section of this play raid? Oh, it's just in the final scoring bit, isn't it? I don't think they are worth anything, are they? Maybe there's like a prestige building that gets you stuff. So, with my one thing to buy, I surely want to buy a prestige building then. Yeah. Hi, John. You just reminded me, like, I'm wondering why you've been knocked 2 spaces down the patron list. Thank you very much, by the way. You were the most recent patron until just. I don't know what's going on with that widget. What's it called? It might be called a widget. So yeah, there's no money for points. No points for money. So I've got to buy one of these. So what's going to be the best? I have got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 combat tokens. So 14 points. I would be the first to get it. So that's worth an extra 2. I would get 2 income, whichever one I buy. So it's not worth calculating all that. 14 points. I've got 3, 4, 6 quests. So that's less. On the income track, I'm getting 3 points, so that's less. I did not get to that point on the explore track, so that one. I'll spend 20 cash and adjust the green screen. And yeah, my assistant needs to go on the military base. So I get 2 points for being there first. We're ahead of him. Briefly. And I get the crown token, which will give me... Yeah, it's just 2 points income from this card. That's still 2 points. So I built my thing. Then income. You don't get money, do you? Because it doesn't matter. You just get the points from it. So 3 plus 6 is another 9 points. Then... Question mark. Score all the cards in your display and prestige building investments. So, from the... We might have this. From the military base, I get 14. Oh, no, I'm doing... He was an 8. I was already ahead of him. So I should have got 2 for getting that building. And then I get 14 for the prestige building. Cards that I have played, I get 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 13, 14, 16 points. So 141. Then there is no influence scoring in the co-op game. So ignore the cubes and the nations and the nations. And extra for the solo, Jacques got a quest. I got... Oh, shouldn't I get points for these? Do I get points as soon as I earn these quests? I feel like I should have gotten them straight away, shouldn't I? 3 points as soon as I did this one, and 2 as soon as I did each of these. So that should be 7 more points. Should I have done those at the time? But I have more quests than him, so I earn 5 points. I would lose 5 if I had less. And I am further ahead than him on the explore track, so I gain 5 points, whereas I would lose 5 if he was ahead. He does gain 40 points, I think. Or is it 35? 10, 20, 35 points. So that should put him on 143. So, yeah, didn't have as much to worry about because... Well, partly because of the prestige building, but also, yeah, you've got a nice little... He can be a bit ahead of you, can't he, as the game goes on, because you've got a nice, tidy pile of stuff in the cards that you played. And yeah, the prestige building bonus and stuff. And I would have had a few more points going on if I'd remembered to score these as I earned them rather than at the end of the game. So, on, admittedly, caveat, easy difficulty, we have won. We have beaten Jacques. And yeah, we have successfully completed the module Cooperative in the Caribbean, which, yeah, it is a bit vague on... Like, I suppose the beginning of the rulebook has a bit of story on, like us coming back, and we've seen that the indigenous people have risen up against the European oppressors, and so we're going to enter the fray and help bring an end to the injustice. But, so, yeah, there's a campaign and stuff as we go along. If I had made it harder... Trying to see where Jacques' cards have gone now. There are basically A cards and B cards. Here they are. So, you saw his A cards and what they do. His B cards, so if I was playing on medium difficulty, easy difficulty, you just take all the Bs out. Medium difficulty, you would take 3 of the Bs out, leaving 2 of them, and you would take 2 of the As out. So they're basically the 7 cards. So however many Bs you put in, take that many As out. And the B cards, move them 2 more spaces. It's more likely he'll end the round earlier on this card. And he still gets 15 points. The cards themselves, though, if these cards happen to come out before you've ended the round, he's getting 10 points for these cards coming out. And they will come out sooner or later, won't they? Because the shuffled cards go under these ones. Yeah, as I said earlier, I don't think Jean was too taxing or demanding. She rushed you. I don't know numbers-wise, but it feels like I had a little bit more leeway against Jacques. And admittedly, he's on easy difficulty. I felt more rushed by Jean, and she consistently beat me, if you saw the digital playthrough that I did. And I just like that, you know, there's not a lot to do with Jean. A lot of the decisions and things are made for you, and it's fairly simple doing her turn. But Jacques is pretty much block off this space or take a quest away from this space if there's one there. It's, you know, it's virtually just your turn instantly as soon as you go in there. You still need to be ahead of him in quests and things, but yeah, he's not kind of ramping up in his income and stuff the way that Jean is. I've only played this one game though so far, haven't I? But so far, Jacques has been really good to play against. But yeah, like I think they've come into English shops because they get a few of them get like sent them from DLP, but hopefully it's Capstone in like America and other places, isn't it? Like hopefully they will be delivering fairly quick. Well, it depends where you are, doesn't it? Because I don't think a lot of shops in England have gotten this yet. Because when Capstone get theirs across, Asmodee get it in England, and it will go to everyone. But I think it's just the people that get it from wherever DLP deliver it to. For, hey, inside baseball stuff, if I'm using inside baseball properly. But yes, let's rejoice. We won something for a change. We won again. We won a Maracaibo game for a change. That's like 1 versus 2, I think, for now. But yeah, I really enjoy the things that have changed. There's still more modules that aren't involved in this. There's an Uprising module. So there is like a competitive mode. There is a campaign that you can play competitively or solo as well. There is another cooperative mode that's meant to be more difficult than this. So maybe we'll be back with some more Maracaibo Uprising at some point. I don't know. Like, generally, we'll do the things that have been voted for the most this month and do the next. I think it's pretty much an Alexander Pfister month, isn't it? Isn't the next one down? I think Obsession Upstairs Downstairs might have the second most votes. But I think after that, it's Great Western Trail 2nd edition. So we'll be straight back with another Alexander Pfister fairly soon. But yeah, maybe I'll put it in the votes for March as well, in case you want to see a different mode, see some new things in here. It seems strange talking about that when it's only the 8th of February. But yeah, I'm primed and prepared at this point for how quickly the month is going to vanish while I try and get all these videos made. So yes, thank you for watching and joining me, everyone. Thanks for being here. Whether you're here now or watching later, like the video and subscribe to the channel and any of those nice things that tell algorithms that I'm good. Please tell those algorithms about me. And yes, if you would like to and are able to, both of those things are true, then support the channel, finish your sentences, then patreon.com/slickerdrips would be a fantastic visit. Thank you, everyone that supports us on there. You get a bird's eye view of a thumbs up as well as a proper one. Yes, Marty, although he's shielding his face, I know in his heart of hearts, he wishes you a good day too. This is actually a kind of early end for the streams because tomorrow I'm going to be filming something, a how to play video for something that should be coming up in a couple of weeks' time. But yeah, that's going to be happening tomorrow. And then, as I mentioned on Patreon, there's going to be some kind of tearing apart of things in this room. This room's going to get taken apart and put back together again with better stuff, hopefully. Well, a better table at the very least. There's some other things that we're going to be putting up. Hopefully the lighting will be a bit nicer, but mainly this desk that wobbles at the slightest touch will be hopefully being replaced by a much sturdier table. If it's a table that does this, it's going to be really frustrating, isn't it? But yeah, hopefully things are going to be a little bit nicer. And yeah, you can see next week when all of that stuff is going to happen. But I think like edited versions of the Aeon's Ends and maybe this will get done as I get chance to. And depending on how long it takes me to do this room, there might be another surprise stream at the weekend. So stay tuned for that on social medias and Patreon and stuff, and the Discord if you're on Patreon. I'll talk about what's going on. But mainly, thank you for joining me for this, and I will see you for the next game. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye.